Hi, friends. How are you? It is a Tuesday, shortly after 1 p.m. here on the West Coast, and it is shortly after 4 p.m. on the East Coast. And I am so excited that you are here with me for another round of Tuesday Trivia. It's been a while since we've played Tuesday Trivia, that is for sure. So I'm really excited to see all of you that are here. I can't wait to bring you up to date on everything that I have planned and a few new trips that I've added to the mix. And of course, going over all of the fun that we had on board Celebrity Constellation as well. So, what am I doing here in New York? Well, I'm not actually in New York City, but that is Times Square behind me. And I want to talk much more about that and the reason why you see Times Square behind me here in just a moment. But we are all here to play a round of trivia. And again, if you can, go ahead and hold on to your questions, whether you write them down in front of you or whether you put them on a tablet, whatever works for you. Just go ahead and keep them to yourselves rather than posting it in the comments. And then once we do get underway here in the comments, and once we go through the answers, then we can go ahead and share our different answers, if that makes any sense. So please go ahead and just keep the answers to yourselves, and then we will go over all of the fun here right after. 10 questions, and it's National Tourism Day, if you didn't know about that. So National Tourism Day here in the States, and we are really excited to be back and to be going fast forward into the next couple of years where we have some fantastic trips planned for you. Now, if you were on board my cruise on the Constellation, I'd love to hear from you and just jot down your comments on how much fun you had there so everyone else can see. And we'll get to the pictures here in just a moment. But in the meantime, let's go ahead and play a round of trivia, and then I'll go ahead and answer all of your questions that you have on some future trips that are coming up. And I'll go over the rundown here in just a moment. All right? Sound good? Let's head right to it. On this tourism day, we are going to bring you into number one. This is question number one here in trivia. What is the most northern capital city? And I'm looking over here because I have another monitor now. So that helps me quite a bit. So again, that is why I'm looking over here. So question number one, what is the most northern city? The most northern capital city, I should say. I apologize. The most northern capital city. Take a guess at that. All right. So good to see so many of you here. Love, love, love that you are here with me. Hi, Sue and Mark. Dee Dee, hi. June, hi. Oh, Bonnie, Nancy, Rob, Ann, Ruth, Jim, Julianne, Morris, Donna, Sharon, Carol Beth, Joyce. It goes on and on. Gail, Eileen, Aileen, Andrea, Marianne, Heidi. Thank you for joining me today here on this Tuesday Trivia. All right, question number two. What is the smallest country in the world by landmass? So what is the smallest country in the world by landmass? So question number one was, what is the most northern capital city? Question number two is, what is the smallest country in the world by landmass? And again, if you are just joining me here for the first time, love that you are here. Thank you for making me a part of your Tuesday, but also keep the answers to yourself. And then we'll go over the answers here in just a moment. Plus a fun lineup of what I have going on here for the rest of this year into 2024 and a fun one coming into 2025. Can't wait for that here. But again, what is the smallest country in the world by landmass? Number three, Antarctica is a desert. Is that true or is that false? Antarctica is a desert. True or false? And Ruth says, the cruise on the Celebrity was too much fun. Can you have too much fun? I don't know, Ruth, but everyone loved you and Irv and everyone else that was a part of it. And I want to show you this picture here. This is my group. Oh, the maiden voyage of Sail with Seth on board Celebrity Constellation. There's Ruth with her husband Irv, right smack dab in the center there. And you have so many others. I am way back there, if you can see, with my hands up in the air We had an absolute blast, and each and every one of you, really and truly, I'm still on the high, if that makes sense, of everyone. So we really, really had a great time. That's one of our many pictures that we took here on board Celebrity Constellation. And yes, Ruth, you can have too much fun. And we certainly did. Had some lot of fun. A lot of fun. All right. Question number four. Question number four. Stinky tofu. That's the dish. Stinky tofu is the national dish of which country? So stinky tofu is the national dish of which country? Andrea says, looks like a lot of fun. And Andrea, I know you will be having a blast with us as well. Although I will tell you that we did not, and I know Carol Beth is listening, and we tried, it just didn't have a lot of fun. No, not a lot of fun. I just didn't have a lot of time, I should say, in playing cribbage. So Andrea is a cribbage game player. Carol Beth wanted to play cribbage. I know, it got too busy. But now I've learned from the first one, and then we can play more cribbage on the next few ones. Elise, good to see you. It was a fantastic trip. It really was. And I'm so happy that you were there. All right, number 5. The dish poutine belongs to which country? I know that there are plenty of you out there that are going to know this one, okay? All right? I know that. But again, keep the answers to yourselves, please. And then we'll go over everything here towards the end. And I know you might be wondering, why are you sitting in the middle of Times Square? Well, the fun part is it's a virtual background. That's number 1. And number 2, I am going to tell you all about the reason why I have Times Square behind me here in just a moment. After trivia. So once again, the dish poutine belongs to which country? Number 6. What is the national dish of Spain? What is the national dish of Spain? I know that there were 3 foodie questions there, and I guess I'm a little hungry. I guess when I was putting these questions together, I was a little bit more hungry. But number 6, what is the national dish of Spain? That's number 6. So many of you here today. I'm so happy that you can join me. I've got so much fun things to tell you about. I really do. So stick around if you can after trivia, please, because I have a lot to talk about. All right, number 7. This is going to be a tricky one, friends. This is a tricky one. So think outside the box, if you will, okay? Number 7, what is Scotland's national animal? Okay? Number 7, what is Scotland's national animal? And Andrea says, is there going to be a question about chocolate truffles? Not quite. No. But Andrea makes some amazing chocolate truffles. She sent them to me for the holidays, and I ate them all. And I'm not sorry about that. Oh, MJ, we missed you so much. But I'm so happy you are going to be joining me here behind me in Times Square. All right, number 8. The Rome Colosseum is one of the wonders of the world. Is that true or false? So number 8, the Rome Colosseum is one of the wonders of the world. Is that true or is that false? Okay, Sue and Mark saying got it. Question number 7. Nice. I love the story, and I shared it with Sue and Mark. But Sue and Mark, who are not here, the other Sue and Mark, Valentine, who were on my Constellation cruise, they were kept saying, are you the Sue and Mark on trivia? Are you the Sue and Mark on trivia? So no, Sue and Mark Valentine are not here. They're off on another vacation, but this Sue and Mark is here. So my Sue and Marks. Oh, Donna, thank you so much. So glad I took the plunge and joined Sail with Seth as a solo on the inaugural cruise. So much fun. Donna, love you. Thank you for being there. It was a blast. It was a blast. Some of my pictures kind of shrunk when I put them into the system for the live. So I would share with you more of them, but they're kind of distorted a bit. I could share with you anyway, but they're a bit distorted. But I just want to show my group once again. And Donna there, thank you. Thank you for those comments. Oh, this picture will live with me forever. forever, as will all the pictures that we take with Sail with Seth. There's no doubt. All right, number nine. Mate, so it's M-A-T-E. Mate is the national drink of this South American country. So number 9, mate, M-A-T-E, is the national drink of this South American country. So take a look at that one. And then number 10 has to do with something that I can't wait to talk with you about. And my cruisers that were on Constellation had a little bit of a kind of a heads up on this cruise. That's what you get when you get to be on board. You get to book early. And this one I'm really excited about, but I'll tell you a little bit about more on that. However, number 10 is this. Esky, that's E-S-K-Y. Esky, okay? Esky is an Australian slang term, and what does it refer to? So esky, E-S-K-Y, is an Australian slang term. What does it refer to? Take a guess at that, and we'll go over the answers here in just a moment. Annie says she's working right now. I hope you're doing well, Annie. Oh, Nick, miss you. Miss Brad, too. We will have to get together soon. Absolutely. Hi, Prisby. How are you, my friend? Can't wait to see you soon. All right. Oh, Paige, I miss you too. Hi, Randy. I hope you're feeling well, my friend. Okay. So here we go. Hi, Becky. Hey, Martha. All right. Let's go ahead and go over the answers. And then I have a lot to chat about and the reason why you see New York City and specifically Times Square here behind me. So number 1, what is the most northern capital city? The answer is Reykjavik. Reykjavik, Iceland. Have you been to Reykjavik? Let me know. Let me know if you've been to Reykjavik, because it is a fantastic city. A lot of fun. All right. Hi, Wayne. How are you, buddy? All right. Number 2, what is the smallest country in the world by landmass? And the answer is Vatican City. Vatican City, where, by the way, my Holland America cruisers will be cruising to and seeing before we board the new Statendam coming up at the end of April. So we are going to go to Vatican and Vatican City there in April, a part of our pre-cruise package. So I'm really excited about that. Marianne says, before you were born, Seth. Wonderful place. We were there a long, long time ago before I was born. You sure? All right. Number 3, Antarctica is a desert. Is that true or is that false? And the answer is true. It is a desert. It is a desert. All right, Marianne, yes, you are correct. Number 4, stinky tofu is the national dish of Taiwan. It's the national dish of Taiwan. Number 5, one of my favorites, poutine belongs to, yes, Canada, my Canadian friends. A late night since I'm on the West Coast, I go to Vancouver often, and plenty of late nights in Vancouver and plenty of late night poutine. That's what I like to, poutine is delicious. I mean, who'd have thunk it? Gravy over cheese curds and French fries. Like, how can you go wrong? Number 6, also one of my favorites. The national dish of Spain is paella. Paella is the national dish of Spain. Number 7, what is Scotland's national animal? And how many of you think you got this one right? So the answer is a unicorn. Legit, it is a unicorn. So kind of crazy, but that is true. Hi, Sarah. How you doing? Oh, Andrea says she knows it. Okay. Number 8, the Rome Colosseum is one of the wonders of the world. Is that true or false? And it's true. And again, my cruisers in April will know all about that one, about the Colosseum, because we were going there in April. I can't wait. Oh my gosh, I love this. Rebecca got it. Carol Beth got it. I love the unicorn emojis. Sue and Mark got it. Mark is Scottish. Sandra got it. Martha got it. I like what Marianne says. Once you learn that one, you don't forget it. That is true. Dee Dee says unicorn answers from Shipboard Trivia. Now we all know. Aileen got it as well. Nice. All right, number 8, as I mentioned, the Rome Colosseum is one of the wonders of the world. That is true. Number 9, mate is the national drink of Argentina. Mate is the national drink of Argentina. Andrea, I'm sure you got that one, because I don't know if we were on the same tour or not, but when we were in Argentina, Kevin, the cruise director, who's your cruise director on board Amsterdam right now, he drinks mate all the time and taught me how to drink it. And it's very unique and very different and crazy caffeine. All right. Number 10, esky, E-S-K-Y, is an Australian slang term, and it refers to an icebox or a refrigerator or a cooler, anything to keep things cool. And some say icebox, some say refrigerator, some say fridge, some say refrigerator, some say cooler, whatever you want to call it. That is what it's called. Esky, E-S-K-Y. Paige says, I cannot clutter my old brain with this. You know what the best part about this page is? That I can actually hear you saying this and chuckling. It's true. I can absolutely hear you. Oh, Sandy, good to see you. Good to see you. All right, so tell me how you did, friends. Let me know. Wayne got 4 out of 10. Anne got 6 out of 10, but Anne, that's fantastic. 6 out of 10 is great. It's all about tourism today. And the more you know about our world, the better things are. And the more you learn is by traveling. So that's always a great thing. 5 out of 10, 7, 6, 7. Oh, Donna, no. You learned something though, right? A dismal 4 out of 10. Randy, we love you, and I love you back. Marianne says 7 would have been 9 if you'd gone through your first guesses on tofu and mate. You know what's so funny is so many guests, when I was doing trivia on board, it was great to see things live, because then you would actually, get the in person. They'd be like, oh man, or, they would do that because they knew that they were right the first time, but then they don't go with their gut. So I totally understand what it. MJ says, well, I really suck at trivia, only 3 out of 10. At least this Canadian got the poutine question correct. And you are right. Marianne says overthinking. For sure. Absolutely. So let's talk about some of our future trips coming up. All right, shall we? And if you have any questions whatsoever, please go ahead and post your questions. I want to answer all and any of the questions that you have. What is going to be scrolling there at the bottom of your screen soon is going to be my email address. And I want you to email me any questions that you have if you don't want to make it a public statement. If you want to go to my website, please check it out at sailwithseth.com. But I am here to answer all of the questions that you might have. And I would love so many of you to stick around. And again, all of your feedback and all of your fun being here today means the world. So thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, let's talk about some of our trips that we have coming up. And I ended things with an Australian question. I posted about a month or 2 ago about coming up with an Australian cruise in 2025. And I was waiting for the perfect cruise to get a hold of. And I have found that. And many people have booked already. I have not made it public yet because I was waiting on everything to come together. And it did on board my Celebrity Constellation cruise. And many of you have booked it on board Celebrity Constellation. And now I'm opening it to everybody. All right. And this is Australia and New Zealand for 2025. So let's talk about this. This first one is and I'm going to take the ticker there at the bottom of your screen off for just a moment so you can get a look at everything here. This is a 12-night New Zealand adventure, okay? It's a back-to-back cruise, but I want to start this off. This is February of 2025. I know this is 2 years away, and you might be thinking, wait, why are you doing this 2 years away? Pricing is incredible. That's number one. Number two, you get to take advantage of incredible balconies as well as ocean view rooms that are available at this point. So this is why I'm giving you an opportunity to book this soon. February 19th to March 3rd of 2025. It is on the Celebrity Edge, and it is going to leave out of Auckland. We get to visit several places on the North and South Islands. So it's going from Auckland to the Bay of Islands to Tauranga, Napier, Picton, Wellington, make our way to the South Island of Christchurch and Dunedin. We'll be going through Dusky, Doubtful, and Milford Sound before crossing the Tasmanian Sea and over to Sydney. So this is the first round of it, and this is a 12-night cruise. And then after that comes a 9-night cruise in Australia through wine country. So this starts in Sydney. So the day that we are there on March 3rd, again, this is getting into on March 3rd into Sydney. And on that day, we have a city tour that's exclusive just for our Sail with Seth guests. We visit Tasmania, we go to Kangaroo Island, Adelaide, Australia, Melbourne, Australia, and then back to Sydney. So altogether, this is 20 plus days, and it starts February 19th, and it ends March 3rd for the first half, and then March 3rd through the 12th on the second half. All on Celebrity Edge, state-of-the-art ship, a new ship, and it's going to be a fantastic way to once again see New Zealand and Australia. So that is what that is encompassing here. Once again, 2025 in New Zealand and then Australia. And it's certainly going to be one fantastic, fantastic voyage. Dee Dee says, can't wait for New Zealand, Australia, booked and ready to go. Looking forward to the Celebrity Edge. And it's going to be really, truly an amazing ship to see. And I'll talk much more about that on some future episodes here. So I can't wait to have you be a part of that. All right, so let's go through some more trips. Now, this is a little bit closer now into 2023. And we do have a trip in June. I do have trips in April, but those are now sold out. So June is my next available trip, and that is a 10-night cruise to Alaska on Cunard. I have one stateroom left for the Alaska cruise tour. It's one ocean view room that's left. And then I also want you to pay attention to that 7-night Canada New England cruise that starts in New York City and then ends in Quebec City. This is September 29th through October 6th, okay? This is why you see New York City behind me. The cruise starts in New York. So you leave out of New York on the Queen Mary 2, which is the classic ocean liner and the only ocean liner that is in existence. It is an amazing trip. It's an amazing cruise, and you see some off the beaten path places. So you go to New York City, you have a day at sea, you're in Halifax, which I'm sure many of you have done if you have been on a Canada New England cruise. But what you might not have been to are a few stops in Quebec before overnighting in Quebec City. So not only do we stop in Quebec a few times, but we actually spend the day touring in Quebec City, overnight on board, and then we leave from Quebec City. So it's a 7-night cruise. However, because we are going to be in and out of New York City, guess what, friends? We are going to have a package all together for you. So I put together an amazing package. It's a 2-night pre-cruise package that encompasses hotel, and that's going to be in Times Square, city tour of New York City. And you might be saying, well, what is that third picture there? That third picture has golden headphones and it has a heart. What exactly is that? Well, that is the Broadway show called & Juliet. And that is the show that we are going to be seeing as a part of this group in New York City. Here's a little glimpse of that show right now.
What if Juliet got a second chance at life after Romeo?
Since you've been gone!
& Juliet, the new hit musical and the most fun you'll have on Broadway. This smart, laugh out loud shot of pure gold makes you levitate out of your seat. Exuberant, joyful, and ingenious, & Juliet is exactly what we need right now. AndJulietBroadway.com.
So that is what we are going to be seeing, and I'm so pumped up about it. My friend MJ, who's going to be joining us on the cruise, saw it, and she says, & Juliet is great. She saw it in Toronto, and I've heard amazing things about it. We have absolutely incredible seats that are a part of this package, and I truly can't wait to experience it all with you. So not only are we going to be on Queen Mary 2, which is an amazing trip in itself, we are going to be seeing some absolutely incredible remote places. And Sharon is saying she's Canadian. She went to some of these spots once. It's remote, it's beautiful, and a place many don't get to visit. And it is true. Absolutely wonderful. And this is in September. So the end of September is when we will join. In fact, September 27th is when you'll fly into New York. 28th, we'll have our city tour and our Broadway show. And of course, a pre-show dinner that'll be included too in Times Square. And September 29th is when we will all proceed over to the Queen Mary 2. So it's really going to be a lot of fun. And it's going to be absolutely stunning. It's going to be great. So once again, MJ saying great ports of call. Elise saying, I can't wait. MJ saying Queen Mary 2 is an amazing ship. Ruth is saying she loved the Queen Mary 2, and I know about that. And Julianne saying she loves Halifax. Lots and lots. And Carol Beth is asking MJ, fall colors. And you will be seeing some fall colors. It really just does depend on what how the summer pans out, because if it's a cooler than normal summer, then that obviously changes the leaves just a bit. Also, if it's a hot, drawn-out summer, that also changed the leaves. But I would say probably, and literally at the same time, MJ says probably, especially the further north we go, and then we make our way through the St. Lawrence. So that's great. Randy sent me an email on specific pricing, because it does depend on the stateroom that you choose. And again, for any pricing information, please go ahead and send me that email. Again, that is sailwithseth@gmail.com. All right. So as we progress on through October of 2023, we have a 14-night transatlantic cruise. That's on Symphony of the Seas. That is one of Royal Caribbean's largest ships. And I know that you're saying, oh, I don't do big ships. I don't do it. Forget it. No. I will let you know this. That trip on the transatlantic on Symphony of the Seas is not going to have a lot of children on board. That's for sure. Number two, it is a perfect way of seeing everything that that ship has to offer. So you have 9 sea days when you are on this transatlantic cruise. The price is absolutely phenomenal. I mean, absolutely phenomenal. You start in Barcelona, you end in Fort Lauderdale, so perfect for my Floridians, but also it is a great way to enjoy and see all that these big ships have to offer. And it is an amazing way of doing a transatlantic cruise. This is really one of the only ways that a lot of people will do a transatlantic. So once again, Symphony of the Seas, Royal Caribbean, October 29th. The Christmas Market Cruise is also another fantastic cruise that I want you to see. And the reason I say that is because it is truly an amazing opportunity to take advantage of all that the Christmas markets have to offer. You might be wondering, what are the Christmas markets and what does this mean? You don't have to celebrate Christmas to enjoy the Christmas markets. That's number one. All of these little villages come together at Christmas time. You get caroling, you get amazing food, you see amazing handmade gifts. And it's really what Europe is all about in the winter season. So this is called Christmas on the Main and Moselle. And this is December 2nd through the 13th. And this is on Viking. So we start in Paris. If you look at the map right there, we start in Paris. We spend the overnight in Paris. Then we make our way to the ship. And once we do, then you see the purple lines there. Those are all of the different places that we stop. And then by the time we get to Nuremberg, we then proceed up to Prague. So once again, a closer spot of the places that we do see is Paris, several stops in Germany, and you could see all of the different places that we will go on the river. This is one of the most incredible itineraries because I will say it is a little bit off the beaten path. And I say that because many Christmas market cruises tend to go to very busy ports. This specific cruise does not go to the very, very busy ports. Yes, Paris and yes, Prague will be busy. But once again, you could see that we're a little off the beaten path. We go through the Main and the Moselle River. And once we hit the Main connecting to the Danube, then we hop on a bus. So once again, we are going to be visiting some off the beaten path places. And that's exactly what you want at this time of the year. So Christmas on the Main and Moselle. This is December 2nd to the 13th. So it's not quite at Thanksgiving and it's not quite at Christmas. It's the perfect medium in the sense that you get to enjoy the holiday season with your family, but also get out of town in December and go visit the Christmas markets because it's truly amazing. I'll also say my pricing on this is absolutely incredible. It's so low that I can't really talk about it in a public setting like this. But if you want more information, please go ahead and let me know because this is the cruise that you definitely want to take advantage of. And it really is absolutely, absolutely amazing. Let's see. Just going through some of your comments here. Oh, Vicky, hi. She's on the Western Dame in Japan. Hope you're having fun, my friend. Okay. Randy, everyone say a little good spot for Randy because she wants to go on this cruise. So yes, I want you to go too, my friend. I want you to go too. All right. So that is that cruise here. And once again, that's the 12-day Christmas markets. Then we move on to January of 24, and that's the 12-night Antarctica cruise. This is truly going to be an absolutely incredible. I say that about all my trips, and I keep saying, oh, this is going to be great. 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 It is going to be unbelievable because you will be walking with those penguins. You will be walking along Antarctica, and you will be going into some amazing zodiacs. And here's a quick little video on what you can expect as we hit landfall in Antarctica in 2024. Unbelievable. It's just going to be an absolutely amazing trip. MJ saying Antarctica has been my favorite cruise ever. Paige saying her husband Bear, there's your trip, and they're going to be going. Wayne, I know I'm going to be calling you later. You're going to be going. I can't wait to see the smile on your fiance's face either. That is going to be great. And Rob saying Antarctica, it is amazing. And I cannot wait. I cannot wait to step foot on the continent. That is truly going to be fantastic. All right, so let's move on and show you what other exciting trips that we have. Because in February of 2024, we are doing a 12-night Mardi Gras and exotic Western Caribbean. And you say, Mardi Gras, what do you mean by that? Well, that's exactly what I mean. And we are going to be docking in New Orleans, steps away from the Mardi Gras festivities. And that is going to be February 10th to the 22nd. So we will be spending Fat Tuesday and Ash Wednesday in Mardi Gras in New Orleans. It is going to be incredible. It is going to be amazing. We have private fun events that I am working with New Orleans Visitors Bureau. And it's truly going to be great. Plus, you get to taste a little bit of the exotic Western Caribbean, like Belize and Honduras. So that's going to be on Celebrity Constellation out of Tampa, February 10th of 2024. And again, if you have any questions, you have any emails that you want to send me, please go ahead and send me your emails and your questions, because that is going to be fantastic. That is going to be fantastic. And Megan, I see you. I love you. And I want you and Julie to go, because that's going to be great. All right. Yes, yes, and yes, and yes. I think that that's going to be fantastic. All right. So 8-night Tahiti. That's what I have coming up here in March of 2024. Tahiti is going to be an amazing, amazing trip. And I say that because, yes, you could stop in Tahiti on your way to, say, on a trans-Pacific cruise or what have you. But do you really see all of Tahiti? Probably not. Windstar is an amazing, amazing line that shows you all of Tahiti. They've been doing it for 35 years, and they do it better than any other line that is out there. I have experienced Tahiti. I know Tahiti, and I will tell you that this trip is certainly on the bucket list for many people. I have an amazing rate on this Tahiti cruise, and not only that, but I have a lot of extras to give you, like free laundry, like a beverage package, behind-the-scenes tours, exclusive tour in Bora Bora. The list goes on, and I know that many of you have Tahiti on your list, and it is absolutely, absolutely amazing. So here's a little clip of my trip to Tahiti on how you could be a part of it. Let me know. sailwithseth@gmail.com.
The only way to look at Tahiti is through a Windstar cruise. You get to experience the best what Tahiti has to offer. That is different islands. Every day you're going to wake up, opening the curtains of your suite and looking, oh my God, this is even more beautiful than yesterday. And that goes 7 days in a row like that. And that is, to me, the essence of sailing here, because you get to see so much more.
Welcome to the island! Thank you, sir.
You're gonna get to be on a wonderful yacht, small ship cruising together with Seth Wayne. What else is to do here?
I mean, first of all, Chris, who's the president of Windstar Cruises, is amazing. Him and his team have worked with me on giving you the most absolutely amazing experience in Tahiti. And I will tell you this, my friends, WinStar does it better than anyone. And I'm not just saying that. I am telling you the truth because I just experienced it. And I will say to you that Tahiti is like no other place. If you stop there for one day, say on your way to from Seattle to Sydney or vice versa or whatever, it doesn't give you that that extra piece of Tahiti, if that makes any sense. It doesn't give you enough time to really know the people and really get to know all of the different islands, because just like, say, in Hawaii, Oahu is different than Maui, is different than the Big Island, is different than Kauai. It's the same thing when you go into Tahiti, that they all are very, very different. So once again, this is in March. Papeete, Moorea, Raiatea, Taha, Bora Bora for an overnight, Huahine, and back to Papeete. Not only do you get to see the cruise for 7 nights on board a very, very awesome ship, you get to get airfare included in this rate. You get, like I said, laundry, a beverage package. You get a night in Tahiti included. You get a day room on the way home included. The list goes on. And I also have front of the seat privileges that my friends at WinStar have given us, in the sense that when we see those fire shows that I showed you, we get right there in the front row. So friends, I'm telling you what, come on over, see Tahiti with me. It's in March of 2024. March of 2024. And the water, yes, it is that beautiful. So once again, sailwithseth@gmail.com is where you want to get information for me for Tahiti, because it's mind-blowing. It's mind-blowing. And by the way, everyone, if you're writing here in the comments, send me information, do this, do that. If you can send me an email, that would probably be the best, because it's hard for me to go back and forth and do. I know I owe a lot of you maybe phone calls or emails, and I will get to those. But please go ahead and send me an email, sailwithseth@gmail.com, and I'll give you up-to-the-minute pricing on the Tahiti trip, because it is incredible. And we'll start Zooming all together here in just a moment for that. All right, so let's take it up. So we have Tahiti. Then we have April of 2024, a 30-day cruise from Asia to Alaska, and that is on Westerdam. It's up to you if you want to stay on board for all the 30 days. I will be on board for all 30 days from Asia to Alaska. It does a little piece of Tokyo. You get a little hint of, well, not a little hint, you get a great amount of time in Japan, which is one of my most favorite countries in the world. And I just was talking about this last night. Japan and Italy are my two favorite countries in the world. They blow you away. And I can't wait to show off Japan to so many of you who will be going. So that's going to be a fantastic trip. And that will be, once again, April 13th to May 12th. If you're interested in this entire voyage, it starts in Tokyo and it ends in Seattle. So it's great for my Pacific Northwest friends. It's great for my Western Canadian friends, because it's a hop, skip, and a jump home. Otherwise, it's better than, say, flying another 15 hours back home. Then even if you live on the East Coast, Seattle to the East Coast is not far at all. So once again, that's a 30-day Asia to Alaska, April 13th through May 12th. Let me get to some of your comments here. Carol Beth says, looking forward to this one. Never been part of that world. That'll be great. Marianne, yes, you are on that one. I can't wait for that. Oh my gosh. Diana's here. And Diana is a vice president at WinStar. First of all, I have goosebumps because I'm excited that you are watching this, number one. Diana is also my Starbucks buddy whenever we're at different conventions. And I love her, and she's great. And awesome. Diana is giving everyone free laundry if they book by Friday, 3/10. I love it. That's awesome. Thank you, Diana. And honestly and truly, you want that laundry, because when I was in Tahiti, you are on, you're always wet with a bathing suit or your this and that. And the last thing you want to do is worry about it. And then you literally throw in stuff all the time. So thank you, Diana. 3 cheers for Diana. Gail says that she is booked on Tahiti. Oh, Paige, yeah, she's going to be in Japan too. Do you see, my friends? This is how it all works. When you're on this cruise and when you're with me, I make sure you get everything and anything possible. And not only that, but I also make sure that you are left alone. If you want to do everything with the group, great. If you don't want to do anything with the group, even better. It's okay. You could do whatever you want to do. But I will also let you know that I am there to make sure that it is a seamless process and that it is a perfect process along the way. Paige says, yay, love free laundry. Does that include already booked people? And yes, Paige, it does. That's you, my friend. That is you. Marianne says, Tahiti's a bucket list item. This would be amazing, but it's too much with the Japan-Alaska trip. But is it, Marianne? But is it? I'm going on both. Hey, Diana, how do we tell Marianne that she can do both? Sharon saying, Westerdam catches my eye, 30 days. Yes. Oh, Paige is so great. Seth does take care of everything. I try. I try to do as much as I possibly can for my friends that are on board. All right. So we digress. We go back to this. And again, the 30-day Asia to Alaska is there. Then we have a 7-night cruise on board Celebrity Edge to Alaska. This is a standard 7-night cruise, May 24th. We have the 28-day Ultimate Alaska on Westerdam on Holland America Line June 9th. And my friends, I had a lot of guests reach out and say, you know, I want you to pay attention to the third one here, the 21-day Norway British Isles. Originally, it was a 14-day cruise. And that 14-day cruise was to the British Isles. Then I had some guests reach out and say, you know, I really want to do Norway. And so I reached out to other guests that were booked and I said, you know, right before now, or before this cruise is a 7-night Norway cruise. And it happens to be my favorite Norway cruise, which is Alisund, Geiranger, Idefjord, Bergen, amazing, amazing places. And Geiranger is absolutely the most incredible fjord that I have ever seen. I mean, I've been to Norway and I have seen amazing fjords and also in Alaska. Geiranger has to be my most favorite fjord ever. So now we have encompassed that to a 21-day cruise, and the price is not much more than the 14-day. And so my Holland America friends, and I still have friends at Holland America friends, okay, so it's not all bad, but I will say they're like, yeah, let's do this and this and this and this. And I'm like, okay. So once again, that cruise is going to be a 21-day cruise. Let me go back here. And oh, sorry. Sorry, my friends. Sorry, my friends. Sorry, my friends. Okay, here we go. 21-day Norway, British Isles. It's on Rotterdam, July 27th to August 17th, and it's round trip Rotterdam. So if you are interested in this, then please let me know, because this one is the full 21 days that encompasses Norway. So it's Norway and the British Isles. Rob says, Norway edition is awesome. Looking forward to it. June says, bring it on. Want the full 21 days. Carol Beth says, that's a great trip. Agree about Norway. I mean, it's absolutely gorgeous. And I want to tell you also, friends, that when we are in Rotterdam, and I've been to Rotterdam upteen times, so it goes for 7 nights, Rotterdam to Norway. We're back to Rotterdam to get new guests. We go to British Isles. When we are on that day together in Rotterdam, we are going to have a nice little walk throughout Holland America history in the sense of going to Hotel New York, going to Rotterdam. We are going to have an exclusive tour that's just my Sail with Seth guests. So I want to let you know that there's a lot of history in Rotterdam, and one that I think you really will appreciate if you have not seen all that Rotterdam has to offer. So once again, that is what is going on. Again, it's a Holland America cruise, and it does start at the end of July, and it goes to Norway, and then we see the British Isles, which is going to be Dublin and Glasgow and Edinburgh and Liverpool. And I mean, the list goes on and on and on. And if you want more information on that, please go ahead and send me information on that. Wow, this is very nice, Joyce. Seth is amazing. Having been on tour in he does over and above a bond. Wow. Thank you very much, Joyce. It's very sweet of you. I really, really appreciate those kind words. Thank you. That's wonderful. Okay. That's very sweet. That really made my day. Thank you. All right. So after the 21-day British Isles, we have Galapagos. And Galapagos is, I probably have 2 cabins left on this one. This one sold very well, and many of you are going to be on the Galapagos. This is for October of 2024. It's a 10-night option if you want to just do the Galapagos, or if you want to do the 16-night option, which is Galapagos and Machu Picchu. I have 1 room left at that one on the 16-night option, and that is October of 2024. Again, October 2024 is when we have the 10-night option and the 16-night option, and it is round trip Baltra. And this one, I am able to give you a air credit to get yourself to Ecuador in Quito. It includes a couple of nights in Quito prior to the cruise and a day room as you leave. So I can get you air credit on that one. Again, that's the Galapagos, which features Machu Picchu in October. And once again, to reiterate to you about New Zealand and Australia wine country, this is what we've got. A celebrity cruise on February 19th to March 3rd, and then Australia wine country from March 3rd through March 12th. Again, if you have any questions whatsoever, you want to reserve a spot, or you just want pricing information, please let me know. And you could do so by emailing me at sailwithseth@gmail.com, sailwithseth@gmail.com, or visit my website at sailwithseth.com. If you have any other questions, concerns, you have trips coming up, for those that are on the Holland America cruise at the end of April, hey, if you're a last minute person and you want to join us in April, I didn't list it, there are still some rooms available. Come with me. We already have an amazing group going. It starts in Rome. It ends in Amsterdam. And if you want in on this, we are going to be having a private Zoom tomorrow for those guests. So if you want to join us and you want to get booked on it, let me know. All right. So that again is April 29th through May 14th. And then on May 15th, we hop on board a Viking cruise. That is sold out, though. There is no more room on that one. But Amsterdam, or Rome to Amsterdam, April 29th of this year until May 14th. And if you want more information on that, you got to email me, sailwithseth@gmail.com. So again, if you have questions about anything that we discussed, I know it's been a lot of information, and I can't thank you enough for being here. And we've stuck together for almost an hour, and I love all of you, really and truly. Thank you. If I owe you an email, I owe you a phone call, I apologize. I am working my hardest to get everything done, and know from the bottom of my heart that I can't thank you all enough for being here, spreading the word. I've met some amazing new people on board Celebrity Constellation. We were all known as the Green Lanyards because we had green lanyards. And I promised you I'd show you some pictures. But again, they're squished. So give me a little bit of a break here, because when I imported them into this system, they kind of squished it all, and it was a big mess. But I can show you some. Do you see how we all have green lanyards on? Yeah. I'm going to pull this at the bottom here so you can see the group. Again, all squished, and I am so sorry, and you probably can't make any faces out, but you can see how we were all together, and we had an amazing, amazing, amazing time. We went to hell in Grand Cayman. We went to the turtle farm. Sue was our cruise director in the red there, Sue Denning, and she is absolutely amazing. The captain, the entertainment on board was incredible. My friend Martha took me out for Valentine's. She was my date. And we had an amazing time at our specialty restaurant. Sue and Mark are up in the right-hand corner, and Ruth and Irving down there below. They renewed their vows. They had a big vow renewal on Valentine's Day. Take a look at my cabin. I got a surprise decoration from my friends on board. So thank you for that. So many smiling faces. There's Paula there underneath. And we really did have an amazing time. That was the evening before at Columbia Restaurant. Paige, which is there in the circle, kind of squished there, but there's Paige giving me some Texas-sized cookies. And once again, the group picture where you can make out a little bit more in the faces. I can't even tell you how absolutely amazing it was to have 35 of my favorites on board with me. And it just blew me out of the water. So I thank you. And I missed all of you who could not be a part of that. I can't wait to recreate these amazing memories for our future cruises. And that's what it's all about. Making memories, making new friends. I have the most amazing business, the most amazing friends, the most amazing guests. And I call you all friends because you are. You're not just a passenger. You're not just a guest. You are my friends. And I thank you for that. So thank you for being there. I love it. Carol Beth, my head is spinning. Oh, my friend, I hope you can join me on all of them. I really do. I love you. You're great. Okay. So again, I've taken up enough of your time. Thank you so much for being here. Again, if you have any questions whatsoever on any trips, please give me a couple days to get back to you, but I want to hear from you and these specials, including like Diana, who you never know who pops in. I mean, a vice president from Windstar just popping in here. Come on. How great is that? And she's like, free laundry for you and you and you and you. So yes, thank you, Diana. Love you to bits. And everyone else, thank you. Dee Dee, have an amazing time when you go over to Asia. You're gonna be awesome. Oh, Molly, my friend Molly. And everyone else, thank you again. I will talk to you soon. And for those of you who are going with me to Europe on Holland America at the end of April, I will see you tomorrow on our private Zoom chat. And we've got a lot of fun to talk about and a fun little surprise that I've got for you too. So have a great rest of your day. Take care. Enjoy the sunshine. Stay safe and healthy, my friends. I'll see you back here next time. Bye for now.